Wendy, this ain't it, sis. It's not at all.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
We gotta check on our good sis Wendy Williams, child. Wendy Williams, girl, it's a lot going on with our girl Wendy. It's only February and sis, it's getting backlash after backlash after backlash. And I think the first thing that she said was, what was it? The first thing she said when she made a joke about the actor who played the Joker, she made a joke about his lips. I think his name is Joaquin Phoenix. She made a joke about his lips or whatever, and come to find out it's a condition or something. I think she offered an apology or whatever. The wife jumped on her for that. Then she made a comment about men not wearing dresses, you know, leave that stuff alone or whatever. And when I watched it, it didn't immediately hit me, maybe because I'm kind of like used to stuff like that at this point now. But I can see that it pissed some folks off, rightfully so, because what she said was garbage. But I think Wendy did it subconsciously. Like, let's be honest, Wendy Williams has never really been an ally. She really has never really cared about, you know, the LGBTQ folks. Sis was struggling to say that. Why y'all be struggling saying LGBTQ? Like y'all don't know y'all ABCs and 1, 2, 3s? That's what's going on. So a lot of folks don't know, but even the "how you doing" came from Wendy making jokes about some of her guests on her show sexuality. When it was her and Charlamagne or whatever, I used to listen to it, I used to watch it, it used to come on VH1 at night or whatever, and she would always play that. Her and Charlamagne used to always play that anytime they suspect somebody being gay, when they used to talk about somebody or whatever, and they say, "How you doing?" And it was just very, it was like, it can hear like this feminine man voice or whatever. It was like, "How you doing?" And you know that came from, like, for those who did not know, that's where it came from. Now, she did kind of clean it up. Look how many years, like, look, Wendy has been in the making for years. Like, sis has been in the making for years, that she has cleaned up her brand. But I don't think that Wendy is necessarily invested in what she does anymore. She seems to be struggling whenever she talks about certain subjects. And that's why I be looking at folks kind of crazy when people be like, "Oh, Justin, you mispronounced the name, you did this and that." I'm like, girl, I am in front of a laptop, a 2015 MacBook, a camera I got in 2016, and a couple of softbox lights. Child, Wendy got a whole producer giving her all the tea. She got a whole makeup crew. Girl, I'm right here buying limited edition shirts on ASOS for 20% off. Wendy around here getting paid millions of dollars to be out here misquoting information and be pissing folk off. But girl, y'all out here hounding me down for a couple of $100. Girl, you don't go sit down. Get her out of here. But Wendy Williams seems to be struggling with what she's doing. She doesn't seem like she's invested. She doesn't know the information. She be misquoting stuff, you know, it's just it's a mess. And the stuff about the latest thing that she did when she was talking about the death of Amie Harwick, who was I think it was Drew Carey's fiance, if not mistaken. Let me make sure that I know what I'm talking about. So Harwick, a Los Angeles family therapist, was previously engaged to the Price is Right host Drew Carey. Okay. And so while Wendy was talking about this subject, Wendy said, "Come on down."
So she was killed not by Drew, but by the ex. Come on down.
Girl, when I first watched it, I didn't get it, but then I looked at it and I was like, Wendy, girl, and looking at the audience, it's not funny. It's not. I'm laughing at the way the audience looked at her when she did it. The audience looked at her and was like, girl, like, And even Suzanne laughed. Didn't even say anything. Suzanne couldn't even say anything. The damn "Is Black Okay" gay she got, the producer, he seemed like he cool, but girl, he only date white boys. I can smell it on him. They didn't show him. Wendy, girl, she made the joke, and then she looked down like she was saying, "Come on down." Like this woman fell off a balcony from, you know, allegedly being from being in a fight with her boo or something. Like, Wendy, like, girl, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it at all. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And I think that's because she doesn't know what's going on. She's in another world, and I don't. You take that wherever you want to go with it. But even when she was talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce being at the Super Bowl and not standing up, I think she gonna kind of like, you know, shade B and J for all the stuff they were saying about the Super Bowl and then attending the Super Bowl or whatever. Because I just got to listen to Magna Carta or the Holy Grail or whatever with Jay-Z, and I turned that verse off. I turned that song off when I heard him say, "Oh, you at the Super Bowl, I don't need you." I was like, girl, but you at the Super Bowl now. But you know, tap dance wherever you want to. But girl, Wendy responded and said that if you don't like it here, then you need to move to another country. Girl, what? Like, and Wendy has just been like saying something. It's not even her thoughts on Kenya Moore or her thoughts on somebody on the show or something like, you know, some tea or something. It is trash stuff, like making fun of somebody's death. Girl, that ain't it, Wendy. And I'm like, girl, wait, are you in the right mind state to, girl? Did the whole thing like with the what was it? The Jay-Z Beyonce Super Bowl comment, just like, you don't like it here, move. Like, are you, what type of white woman response was that, Wendy? Now, the LGBT thing, when she said stop, that doesn't surprise me. Wendy Williams, like I told y'all, even with the how you doing, Wendy Williams is not no ally. Like, girl, she just spills tea. She don't have no politic. She says whatever she wants to say, and she's finally been held accountable for it. Like, girl, like, this is the same person who was harassing Whitney Houston for years about her sexuality. So, like, Wendy, like, girl, it's really sad seeing a great person do, like, I'm not gonna say you are a great person, but to see someone in my line of work, seeing what you're doing and mastering and having a whole talk show is an interesting thing, because a lot of people don't go there, and just to see that you became like mainstream. Like, Wendy Williams was doing radio and she was trash on radio. Like, now she's on Fox. The Wendy Williams show been on what, 10 plus years, and she just gets to talk about stuff. She don't even know what's going on. Before I even do a video, let me tell you, before I even get into my videos, I'm researching and reading some stuff, although I might mispronounce some stuff. But girl, I be out here doing the work, and I be out here developing my opinions on stuff before I even talk about it. Wendy Williams has a person to tell her what's going on. It's just like, girl, like you don't even offer no opinions on it necessarily. You just be out here gossiping about what somebody else saying. But Wendy Williams makes money off of it. She's been making a killing off of it. But I just think at this time, I think it's just time for Wendy to just call it quits. I think that this needs to probably be her last season. I think that she made it through the Kevin Hunter situation. That was a rough thing, but it's just time to call it quits. It's just time to call it quits, because it's embarrassing seeing her demise on camera. And this is not the first time she's missaid something. Girl, the folks were calling her out for farting about 2 weeks ago or whatever, and she burping on TV, and girl, it's just a lot. Like, Wendy, I just don't think she is in the right mind state right now to be on this live show. She's just not, no. She ain't doing good right now, and I think she just needs a break indefinitely. And I think it's just time to call it quits. I just personally think it's time to call it quits. So, you know, the whole thing, I think these white people are going to eat her up about that joke about come on down. Like, girl, like, and something is not firing, because there are some jokes that I have in my head. Like, girl, that's one joke I got for somebody, but I was about to tweet it the other day, but I said, girl, if I tweet this, Twitter gonna suspend me. Girl, I heard somebody say the other day, I was like, girl, this is perfect, girl. But I know I can't say that. I can't say it. I can't tell somebody to do that, because I know, girl, it's like, So if you want to know the joke, I'll probably post it on Instagram or something. But it's funny, but it's not one of those. And like, you have that thing in your brain that's like, girl, not this. And I just don't think when this stuff is just like, it ain't tight no more. It's just like that gas that came out. It's just blowing out. It's just nothing. It's just, she doesn't have that thing in her brain that is telling her, girl, not this one. Don't say that. She was literally thinking that joke out loud and said that. She said, come on down. Girl, you can't be serious. How you gonna be, and this woman fell off a balcony to her, and you gonna say, come on down? Wendy! What is wrong with you, girl? Why would you say that? I just can't deal with her saying that. Why would she say, come on down? I'm really thinking to myself, why would she say, come on down? Like, on TV, and the white people looking at all that black woman saying, The white folk gonna eat you a lot. They already wanted to get on your ass when you did that stuff about the Joker. After they played the Joker, girl, they're like, whatever his name is, girl, they want to eat you up. Girl, Wendy, them folks ain't here for it. Like, girl, you doing too much. You doing too much. But I wish Wendy Williams well. I hope that she finds whatever she needs to be able to go to the next whatever. But I think at this point, I think the Wendy Williams show needs to just go and call it quits, because I think it's gonna get worse from here on out. Like, you can't be doing apologies each and every week. Like, you can't be apologizing for this and apologize for this. And even her apology wasn't even sincere. It wasn't sincere at all. I didn't feel like it was sincere. It was just like, girl, y'all know how I am. It's just like, no, girl, what you said was trash, and you gotta get your shit together. Like, that's what it is. Like, you can't be saying, well, girl, you know how I am. Like, and even you struggling saying the LGBTQ community, like, I can't deal. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Wendy and her recent, turn of events and stuff. Let me know in the comments. Sound off, girl. How did y'all feel about it when she said that joke? Like, she was implying, like, come on down, like the girl fell downstairs. Girl, I can't. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.